The discussion about the personality of Sultan Selim II goes back centuries. He was most likely the center of discussion even in the period of time in which he lived. This would be understandable, as his father, Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent, would be difficult to surpass in greatness. Actual imperial orders from the Sultan seem hardly able to fit within the uncited fictional character seeking to escape Islam's commandments to pursue Western frivolities. On the contrary, imperial orders show firm resolve to ease the burden of those engaging in the strenuous Hajj pilgrimage, and special consideration for Muslims living under the subjugation of intolerant colonialists. An excerpt of an imperial order from the Sultan. Because the accursed Portuguese are everywhere owing to their hostilities against India, and the routes by which Muslims come to the holy places are obstructed, and moreover, it is not considered lawful for the people of Islam to live under the power of miserable infidels, you are to gather together all the expert architects and engineers of that place and investigate the land between the Mediterranean and the Red Seas and report where it is possible to make a canal in that desert place and how long it would be and how many boats could pass side by side. Many Western sources created the common story that Sultan Selim II was actually controlled by his Grand Vizier. This theory has left out important information contained within Ottoman archives, where Sultan Selim II was often deciding between various viziers and creating his own hierarchies of authority. In 1568 a strong expedition was sent to pacify the province under the command of Sultan Selim's former tutor and confidant Lala Mustafa Pasha, a choice which showed that Selim was not entirely the pawn of his Grand Vizier, for Sakalumurmd resented Lala Mustafa's place in the Sultan's affections. To put down the uprising in Yemen, Lala Mustafa needed men and supplies from Egypt, but the provincial governor, another rival Koka Sinan Pasha, refused his requests and made it impossible for him to pursue the campaign. In a spate of petitions to the Sultan, the two defended their respective positions. Koka Sinan proved the stronger and Lala Mustafa was dismissed from command of the Yemen campaign. To mark his continuing favor, however, Selim created for him the position of sixth vizier of the governing council of the empire. Osman's Dream by Caroline Finkel. Marks of Decay. Scottish historian Lord Kinross, in his The Seeds of Decline, sees the massive outlay for the fleet rebuilding following the Battle of Lepanto as the start of the empire's slow decay, although many historians confirm the empire's decay started with Murad III, his son. Sultan Selim II died in Topkapi Palace after a period of fever brought on when he slipped over on the wet floor of an unfinished bathhouse, getting a head injury.